Martin, we've talked about some numbers this morning. 97 is a number that you were talking to me about. Tell me what that means.
Excuse me, yeah, 97. I try not to get too carried away with data on this day. This day's about where the kids go, what next. 97% of our students have got their first choice university. They're going off all over the country to Russell Group universities and really good, huge range of courses that they're doing. So, and even the one person that didn't quite get their first choice has got their backup offer. So in terms of what next, where they go to, we just couldn't be more pleased. And you can probably hear the noise behind me. These people are really pleased as well.
I was a bit unfair there because I talked about numbers, but you don't want to talk about numbers, do you? You want to talk about what this means to individual students.
Yeah, I am always happy to talk about numbers, but with this one, with A-level students, BTEC students, it is about the apprenticeships they go to and the university courses that they access. We work for a trust, the TEDRAG Trust, and our mantra is about transforming lives. And this is what it's all about. It's about the bits of paper that they're opening behind me that transform their lives, get them out of our community, get them off the estate, get them to Nottingham, get them to Sheffield, get them to Edinburgh, get them to Bath, get them to Bristol, get them all over the place, studying things from physiology to law to you name it. And that will transform their lives in the future. So yes, I'm excited. It's always one of my favourite days of the year. But when we get the success rate of people getting what they want from the bits of paper they open, that's what it's all about.
You talked about it there, but this is one thing that's happened in Lipson, I think, over the recent years, is the number of diverse and far-flung places, if you like, that people are going to. They're not staying just in Plymouth. Some are, of course, because the courses are here. But they're going here, there and everywhere, and that must be very...
I know Kev Mee, if he was here today, head of sixth form, would talk about going from Aberdeen to Falmouth. I think 4 or 5 years ago, that wasn't the case. We'd be lucky if they went up past Ivy Bridge, really, some of them. But we have opened their mind to what's out there. And I think actually it's a great sign of how the school has progressed over the last few years.
And of course, all the hard work's come from the students, but a lot of hard work helping them has come from your staff, and that's an important foundation as well.
Again, we talk about our staff and how brilliant they are. I've just been talking to parents of a student, I'm not going to name her, but they very clearly picked out Vicky Cargin as a person who'd helped their daughter from being in year 8, year 9, year 10. And she's now just finished year 13 and she's off to university. And it's just the number of teachers we've got that just go that extra mile for individual students, and that's what makes the difference to that.
And I can see from your face, and you've mentioned it a couple of times, you are genuinely very, very pleased today, aren't you? It's not just a question of ticking a box and moving on. You feel it?
Yeah, I love it. But I didn't sleep last night. So no matter how many times I've done it, it was borderline this time. We weren't in a position this time yesterday where we knew for sure that all these kids were going to get what they wanted to get. We had a few that were just a grade shy. But the UCAS gods have been kind to us, and I'm a very relieved man today, but really, really happy as well. Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you to go and enjoy some more at the moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm with Tom Goodman now, the head teacher designate of Lipson Academy. Tom, we talked a lot about destinations today, and we've got destinations that go right across the gamut. You've got the Russell Group universities. Tell me a bit about those, because I'm not quite sure what they are.
Yeah, it's a term thrown around a lot at sixth form, sort of the highest of aspirations, world-class educational facilities. And we're delighted this year, a third of our students have got into these Russell Group universities, so places like Warwick and Exeter, and we're just delighted that they've done that with all that hard work, going to the very best that is out there for education for these young people.
And we talk about universities a lot as well, but Lipson Academy is not all about preparing everybody for university. The sixth form especially covers a wide range of what students might want to do when they graduate, and that covers a lot of things. So apprenticeships is one of those. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more.
Yeah,
about
100%, and sort of a personal opinion on that and belief in that is that sixth form isn't all about just preparing students for university. Yes, that is the right thing for some students, but actually there's so many other really valuable next steps in education that are not university for students. And again, we're over the moon this year that we've got lots of students going on to higher level apprenticeships where you require that sixth form education to access. In well-established companies that people at Plymouth will know, like Babcock's, we've got 4 students going into there on high-level apprenticeships. We've even got someone who's applied to go for the BBC and other companies. So yeah, there's so much more out there for students than just university.
And I suppose this is what happens in this. When you look at your students, and the advice they're given and the education they're given is all preparation for this day when the results come in and they can take that next step.
Yeah, that you absolutely nailed on with that advice bit, and we're just so lucky at Lipson to have a great expert team in the sixth form, led by Mr. Me, but then Trudy Lincoln, Deb Harris, and Lisa Hayward, with that sort of fountain of knowledge about what is out there for these students, because there is so much out there with a great sixth form education, which prepares them to that next step, whatever it may be.
And we talked to 2 students just now, and one of them had had their eyes on doing something specific for the whole of the time they've been at Lipson virtually. The other had only decided in the last maybe 12, 18 months what she wanted to do. So that flexibility with the teachers, with the sixth form team, that's important, isn't it?
Definitely, and it goes like that now. And I think the latest research coming out about people's lifespans and their employment is that people will change careers multiple times now. Times have changed where people would typically have one job for life. As a society, we're changing like that, and I think it's really important to recognise that doing well at sixth form is a stepping stone to the next thing, but that next thing might change, but no one can ever take away that education you've got at your school and sixth form. And so that's why doing well is really important, because it will continue to open doors for the rest of your life.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick.